Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the back, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Red Raiders will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Broncos return team will have that offense backed up. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking for room, it's Nixon. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll give it to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The Red Raiders want to move quickly. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Dropping back, it's Morton. Quick completion on the out. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone read. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And the Red Raiders have this offense rolling. They keep attacking through the air. Good timing on the quick out. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Nixon. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They try to pop a run on the draw. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. Looking for a crease. It's Brooks. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Morton. It's complete to the left. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Line getting set on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg. And they got him for the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Brooks. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
To the air, it's Wolf. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the run.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
He'll do it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Texas Tech, 7, Western Michigan, 0.
And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Western Michigan! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 3.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Douglas. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Grabbed over the middle, it's Kelly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
They'll run it from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Pick up the 5. Brings up 2nd down.
Here comes the hurry up. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Fires to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Looking for a deep man. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And the Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Throwing right. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Quickly to the tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They run the reverse. Dances away from one. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. The Red Raiders racing to the line in a hurry-up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Morton. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to power it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And there is no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're they're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Got the quick completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Kelly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Defense is about filling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Morton. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lets it fly.
tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
The Broncos will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll bring it back. It's Kelly. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Using his legs, it's Brooks. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll run it from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Quarterbacks like this are what makes college football so special today. It seems like we see these unbelievably athletic quarterbacks all across the country, week in and week out, making plays like this. Guys that are true dual threats, that can hurt you not only throwing it, but can hurt you running it as well.
Using the quick game. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
To the air, it's Wolf. Fires to the big fella. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He'll pull it on the read. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, on that third down play, the offense trying to catch the defense off guard. They're trying to run the quarterback and show him a different element with the defense. They were expecting it. Everybody stayed home. They knew exactly who had the football, and they went and got that QB.
Oh, this is a bad shank. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the...
And he intercepts it. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Here's the handoff. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. Fires to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Makes the catch. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Going for 6. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
Western Michigan.
And nice job by this offense. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. The whole playbook's open. Great job by the QB seeing it immediately, getting the football out of his hands, hitting his receiver, getting 6 points.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass.
14.
They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Back to throw, it's Morton. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Got his man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wide out in motion. Grabbed behind the line, it's Kelly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The offense in hurry-up mode. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He finds his man, and there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
At the 42-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Douglas. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Red Raiders will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Got it! He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
35.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
Number
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is lofts one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Back to pass, it's Wolf. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. It'll be a draw. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They move the tight end all over. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Broncos are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Second down coming up.
And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Morton. He's right on target. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Touchdown, Broncos! The defense with the huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in.
With the defensive score.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
That makes the score. Texas Tech, 35. Western Michigan, 28.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Going up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Brooks. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Floats it out in space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Fair catch, called for and made. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Kelly. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the 1st down.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 8 is in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide, some of those wide receivers making some of these big plays down the field. This is a good sign for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Broncos will hustle to the line. He's looking to throw it. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. The aerial assault continues. That's caught. It's Buckley. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Gets it out quickly. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to pass. It's Wolf. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He wants to throw here on second down. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Trying to pound their way in. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The give as they work on that clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation.